Hey.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Rez Hockey. This is episode 85.
Yeah.
I'm Trev, and with me is Bush. What's up?
Not much. It's warming up. Not warm enough to swim yet, but it's definitely warming up.
What is it? It's been high 20s here for the last couple of days. That's I say mid I say 20 is the perfect
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah. 20 is a good one. Is a good.
What about your office? How's your office? Do you guys have AC in there?
At the moment, it's the our air conditioning shorted out in the fall sometime.
In the
So
fall,
it's
what do you have AC on in the
well, no,
fall?
it's just a generic heat. I don't know why, but we tried to turn it on the last week or so, and we've had no air conditioning in our office, so we've had to have the doors open, and all the pollen and stuff comes in. One of the workers is he's got seasonal allergies, so he I it's not funny. Sorry, Courage, but
Oh,
it's
it's
kind of funny.
Courage.
Yeah, it's Courage.
That's pretty funny. We
Yeah.
have our AC at work is pretty cold. Like we have to sit in our office with sweaters on, and it's right above me too. So I'm sitting there freezing. Like I have a toque. I don't know how I managed to have a toque in my desk, but I wear sometimes because I'm that cold. So yeah, so welcome to another episode of Rez Hockey. Thank you for joining us, and for those listeners who are joining us for the first time, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, we
And
appreciate it.
as you could see on my background photo, it's still a picture of Bush.
I can't believe it.
What's the right word? Can I say this? He is
Enjoying a hot dog.
manhandling his hot dog.
Yeah.
That's the right word. You're really enjoying that thing, eh?
Oh yeah. Manhandling it.
Manhandling his hot dog. That's the thing. Like when you eat with buddies and friends, you got to be careful because, like, either way, someone's gonna take a picture of you.
Yeah.
And this picture was at the Freddy. Like, what's that? Sunday evening.
No, I think it was around mid-afternoon.
I mean, didn't we just have lunch that Sunday afternoon? We went to the mall, or was that Saturday?
That was Saturday.
That was Saturday. Well, thank you for. I had
No,
New
that
York
was
Fries.
Friday we went to the mall.
Are you sure that was
Saturday we went
Friday?
for a cookout or
Oh yeah, yeah. We went to Wasey's
on Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. Either way, we ate at the food court when I had New York fries, and when you go
I
to New
had
York
salad,
fries,
Susan. I
when
had
you
nothing but salad.
yeah, full of Greek salad dressing. Just yeah, I went to New York fries. I got the hot dog as always, and thank you for not taking a picture of me. I'm like a bad friend. Like Bush doesn't take a picture of me eating my hot dog, but first chance I get a Bush biting his hot dog, I take a picture.
Yeah,
So
there it is, folks.
I admit it. That was pretty that's pretty funny. I mean, what good friend would not take a picture of a friend taking a bite of their hot dogs though? That's a question mark.
Exactly.
Rez Hockey, we are recording on the traditional land of the Anishinaabe in northwestern Ontario. We are on Treaty 3 territory, so just want to give a heads up and a land acknowledgement. Did I say that right?
Land acknowledgement. Yes, you did.
Our guest for this week's show, he's from Cross Lake, Manitoba. He played this past season with the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. I like that name, Swamp Rabbits. That's pretty catchy. And
Yeah.
he played a couple games in the AHL with the Ontario Reign. He just recently won the Freddie with Cross
Ooh.
Lake Islanders. Our guest for this week is Mr. Justin Nachbaur. So we're looking forward to
Yeah.
sitting down and hanging out with Justin and sharing some stories. So that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a good one. Cause of the week for episode 85 is Mr. Lyndon Whitney.
Oh.
He He is the captain of the Whitefish Flyers, and they were the dark horse, I guess you could say, at the Freddie, and they made it to Sunday, and they played really good.
Yeah.
A team that no one was expecting to do well.
Mm-hmm.
They made it to Sunday, and what's bigger than playing at the Freddie on a Sunday, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So thanks, Lyndon, for the support. We really appreciate it, and you and I will be getting some Whitefish Flyers swag. So
yeah.
looking forward to that. I like getting team swag.
Yeah.
So as
I
you
gotta
can
call
see,
her out.
who's that?
You hear that, Stacy?
Yeah. I'm wearing my Fred Saskatoon. So, and I'm wearing my Scrappers hat, so I thought I'd represent. Can't really see it. I'm sitting right under a light. So,
yeah, the glare is reflecting off the logo. So,
shutouts. Do you have any shutouts for episode 85?
I would like to give a big shout out to Team Latvia.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. And I want to get back to that in a minute though, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ted Nolan, because our uncle Ted Nolan coached there.
Do you
the
think
Olympics in 2012, was it?
I don't know. Has it been that long ago?
But he did. Like Canada only won 1-0 to him. They only beat Latvia by 1. It's a like deadly game. But anyways,
deadly game. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So, to all the Latvians listening, I'm sure we have lots. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I just random show.
This is really random. Latvia? I don't even know where Latvia is. I just know it's in Europe.
Yeah.
Is that it used to be a country?
Latvia?
From Russia? Was it? Possibly. See, I don't even know. Just really random guy. And I just want to say a shout out to Jack, who lives in El Paso, Texas.
Yeah.
Damn. Just really random.
Yeah.
Right now it's 1-0 Vegas over Dallas. Vegas is leading the series 3-2. Do you think Vegas is going to win?
Do I think they will? Yeah. Do I want them to win? No.
You're so bitter, man.
Do I want? Well, I mean,
same thing. I don't want Florida to win.
Yeah, but I actually, I like the way our boy plays defense. The way he's holding the line. Number 2, right defense.
Oh, Vegas just scored again. 2-0.
Oh, nice.
I mean, he's so calm out there. He does a lot. I compare him to Luke Shen, but a better version of Luke Shen. I mean,
yep.
The Leafs should sign that or trade for him. I would love Zach Whitecloud on our team.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But all he does is make a good first outlet pass to the forward, and that's it. He's not fancy. You don't have to be fancy. That's why you have the pass it to your forwards. Let them do all the work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm hoping for Vegas to beat
Dallas.
And what's your Stanley Cup prediction between, let's say, Vegas and Florida?
I think it's going to be a battle. In the words of Rod Brindamore, I don't think your team's going to get swept. I think our boy, our cousin from down east, was going to take it.
Do you think Florida's going to take it?
I think so.
It's so hard to say. Bobrovsky's on fire.
Yeah, and if you listen to Matthew Tkachuk, he said they have no pressure. There's no pressure for them to win. They're just having fun.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If
now all the pressure's on Vegas to dominate.
So say if Florida and Vegas they go to 7 games and Vegas wins, does Bobrovsky win the Conn Smythe because they were the 8th seed out of the East?
I think so.
They beat Toronto, they beat Boston,
yeah,
they beat Carolina, like all top teams, right?
Mm-hmm. What was his shutout, like 170 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
Right?
So
That's crazy in the playoffs. So I think he deserves Conn Smythe in a losing effort. But they're going to win though. But so he will get the Conn Smythe.
either way, he'll get it.
Yeah. Well,
What about?
it's gonna be him or Chuck, I think, that'll get the Conn Smythe.
Yeah, the Chuck's clutch though, right? All those
Oh
overtime
yeah.
goals, and I'm sure Calgary fans are kicking themselves in the arse.
Yeah. But that being said, do you
Okay, a
think Sutter
question.
was holding him back? Sorry.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
I think he was.
Mm.
What does that guy say on the other guys? I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg's
Mark
character.
Wahlberg. Yeah. Do you think? Question. This is like a weird question. Do you think there's more fans in Alberta that are Flames or Oilers?
I think there's
Or is that
more
50-50?
I think there's more Calgary fans in Alberta, but Western Canada, I think there's more Edmonton fans than there are versus Calgary fans.
That's a good question though.
Yeah.
What city's bigger, Calgary or Edmonton? I think it's Calgary, eh?
I think Calgary is, yeah.
So Jamie Benn got suspended 2 games. He's back for this game. What do you do when a player is suspended and the team is playing good without him? Like the 2 games that he was suspended, Dallas won.
Yeah,
games.
I know.
But he's your captain though, so you have to dress him, right? Or no?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think he would have to dress him, but begs the wonder, like, why would you dress him when you win easily without him?
I mean, that even might lead to a trade come off season, right? Like, do you really need Jamie Benn?
Yeah, that's true. That's a valid point.
So it's everyone's playing good for Dallas though. Like Pavelski, that old vet, is playing clutch. The one thing that people been complaining about all playoffs is the reffing. From the first day of the playoffs to now, like how bad's the reffing? Like they're so like I don't like talking bad about refs because they have a hard job, right? But it's been really crappy. It's been caca.
Really shady. Yeah, not shady. It's just quite really questionable. What a high stick is a high stick one night, and then next night they just don't call it, and it has to be a game-winning goal. Right?
Would you ever be a reffing in a res tourney or say like a big time tourney? Would you want to be a ref?
No, I'll be a linesman, but I
But
don't want
that's
to be
just as bad because what if you miss that offside call?
Well, I don't know, something in my eye.
Twinkle in my eye.
I don't have the courage to do that. I really don't. I hands off to the refs that are consistent, but it's a really, really horrible job.
That's a rough gig.
Yeah.
Remember that one lady we were watching at the Freddy? She was from Eagle or cheering for Eagle Lake.
Oh, yeah.
When the ref made a call, she was banging on the glass and like swearing at the ref. I was like, holy man.
Yeah.
And she was loud the whole game.
She was really loud. She was vocal. Passionate fan, right?
Hashtag passionate fan. But what do you do in a situation like that if you're a ref? You just keep on hearing a lady swear at you and bang the glass. I wonder if anyone ever got kicked out of the arena during a res tourney. Oh shit! You know what? That actually happened to me. It did at the Goodwill tournament in Thunder Bay. Of course, my kids were playing, Nick and Anna. And I think they were maybe Pee Wee, and Nick got a penalty. And I said something, hey, ref, open up your eyes. You're missing a good game. And he freaking threw me out of the arena. So that's everyone would
you just answered your own question. That's what
I know
most about. Everyone
was just laughing and cheering, and I was just standing there eating my popcorn, walking out of the arena. So yeah, it happens. I haven't seen it done lately, but
not recently. No,
I would do that. I was as a ref just to piss that person off more.
I think as a ref, I think I would I'd pay someone if I could kick them out. Some random friend walk in and say, "Hey, ref, you suck," and then kick them out as a show of dominance and say, "This is what's going to happen if you guys chirp me. I'm kicking you out. I don't care what you pay."
You should get
Right?
your refereeing certificates, then do that to me.
Oh, at
I'll
the
start
Freddy.
chirping you, yeah, or somewhere, say like North American here in Kenora. You know what
On
I would
Sunday
do if
night.
you, yeah, if you kick me out, I'd grab a garbage can and throw it on the ice just to make it worth my money,
Just to make the drama effect, eh?
or grab a bag of pucks and just start throwing them all over. Hey, I gotta make you look good too.
Yeah, that's true.
World Championships were held in Finland the last week or two, and
Yeah.
Ethan Bear was part of the
Yeah.
gold winning Team Canada. So that's did you watch any of the games?
Fortunately, no, I did not. It's time zone difference,
Same
right?
here.
Like
Yeah, what is
just
it, like 6 hour difference?
yeah, I was working during the day, so I didn't want to.
But
I didn't want to. Yeah,
either way, it's good to see Ethan from
yeah.
Old Chapel winning a gold medal for Team Canada, which was awesome. Yeah, I unfortunately didn't watch. Oh, Dallas, uh, Golden Knights just scored 3-0. But yeah, good.
Oh,
Kudos to Ethan for
yeah.
winning the gold. I wonder if that was a hard choice. Like, I wonder if his home res Round Lake Bears asked him to play at the Freddy. But
Maybe.
would you play for your home res or play for Team Canada at the
Yeah.
Worlds?
What are you allowed to do?
Exactly. Depends on his contract too,
Yeah.
right? Because
Mm-hmm.
in an NHL contract, there's a lot of clauses and do's and don'ts. That is totally right. So, but
No, I don't. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't think he'd be allowed to play in a contact tournament, such as the Freddie. That's not professionally sanctioned, right?
because you're investing millions and millions of dollars in that
In,
player,
into your product, and your product
and
goes off and does that.
I'm sure there's going to be guys trying to go out there and hit him. It's like, oh, I just hit an NHL player. I just
Yeah.
rocked him. Right? You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have some bonehead try to make a name for himself.
Yeah.
But Latvia, what were you saying about Latvia, your home country?
Oh. No, I was just thinking about how how much New North American fans take. Trevor's picking my nose on the back screen, so it's distracting me. I was just trying to illustrate a point how much for granted we as North American fans taking these world championships and winning a medal. Now, when we win a medal, our Team USA wins a medal. It's oh yeah, we won the gold. Hey, we won the gold. But when a country like Latvia that has never ever won any type of medal and they won the bronze, you should hear that arena just go crazy and how happy the players were. I mean, I'm not saying that Canada, USA, or Sweden or anything aren't happy to win the bronze, but I think Latvia is way happier to win the bronze than any other nation.
They they beat a good U.S. team in the bronze medal game in
Yeah.
overtime. I think it was overtime,
Yep.
and they had the parade today, and there's 1.3 million people at that
Oh,
parade in Riga. Isn't
Jesus.
that
Yeah.
crazy?
That'd be all. Can you imagine if those players never ever slept? I think they're still going.
Like those guys are like royalty now, right? That
Mm-hmm.
was their first medal in World Championship history.
Yeah.
Like Canada wins the gold, they're not going to come back to nothing
Yeah.
when they come back to Canada.
They're just
Maybe a
they're just
hi and
gonna
hello at the airport.
yeah. That's
I
it though.
mean, yeah, Latvia has a freaking big day of celebration, like
And the
over a
world
million people.
championships.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they won a bronze.
Yeah.
So
Okay, listeners, I pose this question to you. You selected for Team Canada. You're on the third line. You're in Team Canada. How well are you going to play knowing that if the big clubs lose, they're going to come over and play for Cat? Oh shit! Edmonton just got knocked out. So here comes Connor McDavid and Nugent Hopkins. Well, there goes my chance to be. Would you play, or would
I-
you just kind of decline and say, you know what, just ask the NHL players; they're going to play anyways?
That's a tough one,
Yeah,
especially when you're a young guy. It's really going to mess up your
you're
confidence,
confident.
right?
Yeah, because if you're in university, you're NCAA, you're doing the golds, you're doing everything, and then all of a sudden you get selected to play overseas, and then you get bumped after, let's say, Toronto gets knocked out, and all of a sudden Mitch Marner's playing in your spot, and you're up in the sidelines. Well, you just invested time to going to Europe where you could have relaxed with your family or something, so just something like that. I
I,
just kind of chintzy.
I would say take it in, right? You got to take in the
Yeah.
experience. Watch the pros. Watch them how they get ready for a game. Watch them how their pregame ritual, and sit back and relax. You got a paid trip from Hockey Canada,
That's
paid
true.
hotel, and you get to skate with the team during the practices. I say take it in.
Take it in, absolutely.
So
That's my
I'm always going to keep, even when I have even have Zoom meetings at work.
you're
I'm going to
not
keep this
gonna
picture in.
you show Toad that.
No, not no, not yet. I will tomorrow though. With that being said, and me picking Bush's nose, let's go to our interview with Justin. Let's go. Hey guys, Rez Hockey podcast would like to introduce you our guest for episode 85. He is from Cross Lake, Manitoba. Rez Hockey is happy to have as our guest for this week, Justin Nachbaur. Welcome to the show, Justin.
Hey, nice to be here.
Yeah, let's get started. How did you get started in hockey?
Well, obviously, I grew up in Cross Lake. My dad was a big hockey player. I played junior hockey, and no, he just pretty much shoveled the rink right outside our house here on the lake. And from there on, I had older cousins who came and skated on that rink, and from there on out, I just stuck with hockey. I mean, my dad was the big contributor, my mom and dad, and yeah, it's pretty much a start on the lake right outside my house.
Hold on for
Sorry.
a second. I come from a northern community too, and sometimes when we weren't allowed to skate in the arena or say a homemade rink, we had to skate on the road. That did you ever have to skate on the road as a kid? Because
Yeah,
most of the times the roads are like pure ice, so we had to skate on the road.
yeah. There's a few winters here when I was younger. It was just so cold here, and like the roads were like obviously, like you said, ice. And there was a few times where I just put my skates on to skate on the road for a bit. I know a few of my buddies did that too. So yeah, I've definitely done that.
That's the way to start, I think. The learn.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Bush.
Okay. All right. Justin, you played in the MJ and the Dub. How was your junior career?
I was very fortunate to be on some pretty great teams. Obviously, playing in OCN, I play with two of my buddies I grew up in Cross Lake with, Anthony Keeper and Brady Keeper. So that was pretty neat. Being a 16-year-old there was it was quite the experience. We obviously had a really good team that year. We went to the finals. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but just the experience of going to the finals at a young age with those guys and seeing that our community was behind us, that whole run we had was pretty special. I really wish we would have won, but things happen for a reason.
Who beat you in the finals that year?
I think Porter's Terriers beat us.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
You played for Prince Albert in the dub. How was playing in Prince Albert?
No, it was great. The first year was kind of a little bit of a rocky start for me because I was so used to OCN and having all my buddies from back home pretty much, and it was a little tough at the start. I remember like questioning if I wanted to be there for a while, and it took a lot of hard of my mom and dad, and I finally ended up staying. And lucky I stayed because the year after that we ended up going all the way to win the WHL and going to the Memorial Cup, which was pretty special. But even that first year, we started off really slow, and we weren't even in a playoff spot after Christmas. And I think we went on like a 10-game winning streak and started to find our groove and just snuck into that last spot. And we took the Moose Jaw Warriors, which were like the best team in the regular season that year. We took them to 7 games, and I think from that series, we used that momentum to the year after, and we just started off hot. I think we were like 24-1 right after the Christmas break. So it was a crazy year.
Trevor, did you miss a question or did we go?
No, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Out of all your junior time, what was your favorite experience?
Oh, that's a tough one. There's a lot of good memories. But obviously winning the Western Hockey League was probably the best memory. It was such a great experience. We had such a good group of guys. Like I think there's like a handful or even maybe more who end up playing NHL. But no, winning that was really special to me, and going to the Memorial Cup that year was really hands down probably the best experience I've ever had.
Where was the Memorial Cup held when you guys went there?
I was in Halifax.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's a nice barn.
yeah, very nice barn. My parents and a bunch of I think my mom's sister and my uncles came for that too. So it was just a great experience all around.
Bush and we went over to Wasey Rabbits during the Freddy, and he still talks about his time when he played for Vancouver and they went to the Memorial Cup. He talks about it like as if it was yesterday. Still,
Yeah, like it's just a memory that's never gonna be erased, and it's such a great memory to have.
At this year's Freddie, you played for your home community of Cross Lake. How was it
Yeah.
winning the Freddie?
Oh man, it's got to be kind of close to like winning the Western League, but it was obviously Freddie is such a big tournament for the Aboriginal people, and like I remember the first year Freddie we had, we went to the finals and we lost. It was such a heartbreaking loss, but I know years after that, like we've always just wanted to win, and me and Brady Keeper weren't there for I think 3 years after. And then finally we were talking towards the end of this year and like saying there's a possibility that we might be able to go like at the same time, which was pretty exciting. And fortunate enough we were able to go, and Freddie is such a big tournament, and it was awesome winning it for my hometown. I know everyone here is so proud of us, and I'm just happy to win it for the hometown guys here who play hockey in Cross Lake and who I grew up watching. It was fortunate to play with them and Freddie and growing up a bit there. But yeah, it's awesome.
is there any players that you played against that comes to your mind that really stood out? It was like, wow, this guy's like really good.
In Freddie this year?
Yeah.
I know that Dwayne, I can't remember.
Wayne Jean Jr., I think.
Yeah, Dwayne Jean Jr. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
on Canoe Lake, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, does he have a brother on that team?
No.
No, I thought he said he had somebody said he had a brother. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that kid it was fun to watch him scoot around there. He's pretty good. I was getting worried there because like he was getting so many chances and like they just weren't going in. I don't think he hit like 4 posts, and I was like, man, this kid's gonna get one soon. But he was fun to watch.
We watched all the rinks, and we noticed on Sunday there was a big difference in the ice quality. Like we could see, you could see the visible frustration of you and whoever trying to make an outlet pass, and it just bounces. I mean, there was one I saw, one bounced right over Harley's stick, and it was just right on his tape, but it did bounce, and it's just like you just kind of looked at the ice, is just shaking his head. How bad was it on Sunday?
Especially on Burles too.
Yeah.
Burles too was it was awful, I think, because there were so many back-to-back games, and like you either had to score in like the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the period before it got really choppy. It was just like, I was talking to one of my teammates. I remember during COVID in Brandon, we had this guy who had an outdoor rink in his backyard. He was a farm kid, and that's where we skated. And we skated out there for hours, but like it just got so snowy and choppy. And I said it's pretty much similar to this. Like it was just so bumpy and rough. We couldn't nothing was flat. Every pass was just fluttery and like, but you really had to bear down and like. But yeah, it was pretty bad in Brillis too.
Speaking of Harley, your captain Harley Garriock, how awesome did he play at the Freddie?
Oh man, he was lights out. Obviously, he's just a big man and plays mean, and he has a hard shot. I mean, he was such a really big piece of big piece of us winning because he's played so well defensively and obviously contributed offensively. But man, he made some pretty big hits and it scared some of their guys, and that's what usually started us off. Like he would throw a big hit right away and just to set the tone. And after that, everyone was always like looking if he was on the back end. But yeah, he played incredible for us.
You played oh sorry, go ahead,
No,
Bush.
that's yours. No,
Okay,
that's yours.
you played this past season with the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. How was your season?
It was good. We had a really good group of guys. It kind of sucked to see us lose in the first round. I really think we shouldn't have, but we were healthy all year. Like we barely had any injuries, and we had a good. The division was really good, but the first round we lost three of our top players right away to injuries, and which kind of like held some pieces missing, and it was just like we were there and then we weren't because they're kind of our backbone guys, so it was kind of tough to lose that way.
How was it living in South Carolina during the winter?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, when it's January, it's still plus 15, plus 10, so I can't complain about that. You get the golf all year round. No, I was really lucky to be in the South for my first 2 years.
You also got called up to the AHL with the Ontario Reign. How was it getting called up?
It was great. I got called up early in the year in November, I think for 2 weeks. It was tough because they still had a lot of guys healthy, and I wasn't able to get a game in. But I was waiting for my second call, and once I knew like they had like some bodies hurt, I said I knew I was going to get in a few games. But no, I can't complain about California. It's great. It's unreal there. Like we're right on the beach and stuff like that, and we're like pretty much the same facility as the Kings. So you walk by the Kings every day, which is pretty special. But no, I was can't complain there. We're such a great organization there too, and I was lucky enough to play there.
If you had to give some advice to like a buddy or someone that you knew that wanted to play in the ECHL, what would you tell them the best thing about the league?
The best thing with the league is just like the opportunity you get. Like in the coast, when I first went, you only dressed 11 forwards, so you get extra ice time, which is pretty big for me because you get to develop as a professional player, and to make that jump to the A was like pretty like wasn't such a big jump, but it definitely made it easier. But no, the coast is really good development league. People say they talk down about it, but like I I think it's a really good league.
Um, what's your go-to meal?
My go-to meal it used to be craft dinner, but no, I had to switch it up. No, I'm a big fettuccine Alfredo guy.
With or without chicken?
Oh, it depends. If I'm in a little bit of a slump, I'll throw the chicken in there, but if I'm not, I just like it plain.
Here's a big question that we always ask the guys on the show when like if they're playing when they're playing in the US, we always ask them, "Are you a Walmart or Target guy?"
You know what? Like when I first went to the States, like I had no idea. Like I thought it was just the same as Canada, but apparently Walmart isn't as great as it is over there. So I went to Walmart. It wasn't very nice looking inside like it was in Canada. So I said I'm definitely a Target guy when I go to the States.
Okay. Me and Trevor, we have different music tastes for our tunes.
Yep.
What's your pregame tunes?
You guys are gonna laugh at me, but I'm a big fan of Hank Williams Jr. and Waylon Jennings. I can't get enough of those guys. That's
I like
my
Okay.
go-to music. That's my go-to music on game day.
I like country too. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
what about Morgan Wallen? Are you in that type of country
Uh,
too?
yeah. I like Morgan Wallen, but like I said, I'm a bit of an old soul, so I'm big. Yeah, Morgan Wallen's great though, but Waylon Jennings is my go-to.
Right on. What are you up to during the off season? Is there a certain time when you start training or start skating?
Yeah, I'm definitely this last month I've just been taking my time, kind of getting to the gym. But this last month I've just been dedicated to seeing family, seeing all the friends first and foremost. Usually around middle of June, that's when I start to work out again, touch the ice a little bit, and then July and August are obviously time to get back to work. But no, there's really no rush. Uh, you're always gonna be in hockey shape, and you just gotta get back into touching it. But once July and August hit, it's go time.
How was the body feeling after Freddie after playing like 8 games?
Oh my God, I haven't done that in years. So when we made that climb on Sunday, I felt like I felt fine like that Sunday night, and then I wake up the next morning, I'm like, oh my God, I can't move. I feel like I just got I was just in a car accident. Like I had my back, my legs, my neck was just stiff. I was like, it was tough. It was a tough drive, a tough time to wake up the next morning.
Like I don't like playing in wet stuff. Like my gloves and my skates have to be dry. Like how was it playing on Sundays? Like you guys only had like an hour or two break between games.
Yeah, we had an air dryer in our dressing room, but I had different I had two sets of gloves and two sets of laundry, but I'm very superstitious. So once we won those first two games and I said I can't switch my gloves or my so I was playing in stuff that was soaking wet. So I said it's working, so I can't switch it up.
Are you superstitious like during the regular season?
Yeah, very superstitious. I probably changed my tape style like every second week or so because if something's not working, I just gotta tweak a little something. My knob on my stick, or just like what I'm doing in the day, how long I'm napping. It's just like whatever works. Once I do the same thing enough and it stops working, then I gotta change it.
Um, what are your plans for the 2023-24 hockey season?
Um, Honestly, I'm not too sure yet. I have to talk to my agent here soon. Usually, I don't find that out until the end of June because the Ontario Range still owns my rights. Till after that, then after I think it's June 30 or something, then I'm a free agent, and that's when the phone calls will start coming in. But hopefully, obviously, sign another AHL deal. But if not, I'll try to find somewhere in the coast to play.
How was the caliber of hockey at the Freddie compared to the league that you played in the coast this year? Was it like some players were like close to what you're used to and whatnot?
Yeah, usually I think honestly the first line of usually every team is like what I'm used to. But yeah, there is a bit of a difference because it's obviously professional. But no, there's that first line is like usually like okay, yeah, this is the pace I'm used to. So there's some really good hockey in Freddie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What advice would you give young hockey players coming up the ranks?
Um, just obviously like everyone says, don't give up. I mean, there's always there's always gonna be time for your family and don't be afraid to move away from home. I mean, I did it at a young age, and it was such a big sacrifice for me and my family. But home is always going to be there, and you're only young once, and you only get to play hockey for a number of years. So make the most of every opportunity and just enjoy it. Remember, like, hockey's supposed to be fun. So just if you're having fun, it's great. So just don't give up on your goals, whether it's hockey or not. But
Was that a dog?
yeah, it's my dog there. She's inside and she's looking at me. She wants to come outside.
I wasn't sure if I heard that. It's like,
Yeah.
before we let you go, we always finish our interviews with it's called 5 rapid niche questions. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
Question number 1: baked or fried bannock?
Baked. My mom makes good baked bannock.
Question number 2: ever use a curtain? No, ever use a bed sheet for a curtain or a door?
I use it for a curtain. It's the best to keep. It's the best to keep the sun away.
Question number 3: ever see Ernest Muniz live in concert?
You know what? I'm from Cross Lake. I think I've seen him once in my life, and he's always on the move somewhere. That guy.
He was at the Freddy during opening
Yeah.
ceremonies, and like people, like he had his own security guards like walking him out, holding his guitar. It's like, holy Jesus, guy's a big shot.
Yeah, he's a big shot, man. He's the real deal over here.
Question number 4: Indian taco or bannock burger?
Bannock burger.
5th and last question: can you jig?
Oh yeah, I was a good jigger. I won a few first place prizes. That was a great answer.
Really?
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Is there like any videos online of you jigging?
probably somewhere. Like I know. I think my mom has like old videos of me, but like, yeah, I used to be a square answer. Me and my brother were square answers.
That's awesome. Before we let you go, who's going to win the Stanley Cup?
Oh, I'm hoping for Vegas because Whitecloud, obviously, and I have a buddy on there right now, Braden Ball. He's our captain, PA. So I'm
Nice.
I'm really rooting for those guys to win.
I hope so. I think they're winning 3-0 right now over Dallas. So
right on, that's good to hear.
Well, Justin, thanks for taking time out of your summer schedule to join us on the show. We really appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, no problem. It was a great one.
All right, you take care,
Awesome.
and we'll talk to you again.
Yep.
See ya.
Hi.
Hey guys, welcome back from our interview with Justin. That was a great interview. I mean, he was spot on, bang on with what his advice is. Like, young guys, young players, female and male. It's okay to leave the res. It's okay to be homesick, but it will get easier. Just give it time, and like training, eating right. It's part of today's game. It was different from when Bush and I played. Like, you didn't go to you didn't have to go to training camp in shape.
No.
That's why they had training camp was for to get in shape. But nowadays it's different, where you gotta work out pretty much year long. I mean, like Justin said, he's not on the ice, he's taking a break, but he's still hitting the gym, still eating right. So for you young listeners, this is why we have this show, just for you young listeners to hear these guys who are playing East Coast League, AHL, and minor pro, just to understand their side of the story of what it takes for them to get to that high level. So I hope you youth really understand and listen to these players, because I mean, this is one of the main reasons why we do the show, is just to help you youth. So that was really good. I really enjoyed that interview. For this week's Rez Hockey Top 5, with Ethan Bear winning gold with Team Canada, we'll go with top 5 Indigenous players who played for Team Canada. So this is a good list, and this is for some of the people that made the list. They didn't win gold, but they played such a big factor for their team throughout the tournament and throughout Indian country too. So we thought we'd include players that didn't win the gold. Number 5, he just recently played for Team Canada at the Worlds. Ethan Bear, Bush's favorite defenseman.
Yeah.
I still got his Oilers jersey in syllabics. 74.
Yeah, so that'd be cool if you had a Team Canada,
Yeah.
Team Canada Bear jersey in
Oh.
syllabics.
He should do that.
That'd
That
be
would
a
go
hot.
off the shelves. Like,
That'd be a hot seller.
Mhm.
Okay, number 4 for Indigenous Rez Hockey top 5 Indigenous players who played for Team Canada. Number 4 is Bridget Laquette. Bridget had a lot of experience playing with Team Canada, Olympics, World Championships. I think she won silver the year that she played against the US.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I think I remember
but
that.
she was the first female Indigenous player for Team Canada, which is huge. She broke the barriers
Yep.
on that. So
2018, she made the roster.
Bridget Laquette is number 4. Number 3, he played for the World Juniors in 03. Jordan Tutu.
The Tutu train.
They didn't win the gold medal. They lost to the Russians, but this is when he came on the map for a lot of players.
Yeah.
This guy was a hitting machine. He made so many big hits, and it really helped him get to that next level playing in the show, I think. He had a good season in Brandon too that year. He was leading when he left for the Team Canada Cup. He was leading the WHL in scoring. So that just shows you how big of a year Toots had that year. So yeah, Jordan Toots is number 3 with the 03 World Juniors. Number 2 for the Indigenous Rez Hockey top 5 Indigenous players who played for Team Canada. This is one of my favorites. Number 2 played in the 87 World Juniors. Everett Sunnypass. Everett is the father of former guest Creighton Sunnypass, who we're good friends with. But Everett played on Team Canada when they had that big bench clearing brawl against the Russians.
Yeah.
Where they had to turn off the lights to try to stop the two teams from fighting each other. But Team Canada was going to win. They were unbeaten round robin. And back then, whoever was on the top team in round robin, they won the gold. So I think they were like 4 or 5-0, and Russia wasn't doing that good, so they thought they'd start a brawl, and Everett was on the ice. Another player that was on the ice is Theo Fleury. So that's another Indigenous connections is Theo Fleury. But Everett, I wouldn't want to mess with that guy. He was known to be a fighter. Poor Russian guy probably picked a fight with the wrong guy. Got the crap kicked out of him. So yeah, Everett Sunnypass from El Sipatuk First Nation out in New Brunswick is number 2. And number 1 for our top 5 Indigenous players who played for Team Canada is Mr. Carey Price, who played in the 07 World Juniors for Team Canada. Yeah, this guy was unreal. He pretty much won it for Team Canada in the shootout, right? He played the US and they went to a shootout, and the rest was history, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
7 rounds, I think. Extra 7. Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty much the gold medal game because like after Team Canada, Carey Price stopped Team Canada. I mean, the US, the Team Canada jumped on the ice and celebrated like it was a gold medal game. But yeah, it was unreal.
Do you imagine stopping Patrick Kane over and over? Like, that's crazy.
No kidding.
No, he didn't stop Patrick Kane on the last shot.
Yeah. It was Jack Johnson that he couldn't stop. Jack Johnson and Taze were going back and forth. What would your if you were in a shootout, what would your shootout move be?
I can't divulge that.
Remember we had a shootout in our game in old timers tourney, and I had to go up again and I totally missed the net.
Yeah.
That haunted me for like ever. I was like so mad at myself. I was like, I should have did this, I should have did that, but I shot the puck and I totally missed the net high. Damn it.
Yeah.
But that's the crappy part of being in a shootout. So what's up? You are planning to get new rockets.
Yeah.
Tell us about what kind of rockets you're gonna get.
Well, I'm gonna join the Team True and get skates molded to my feet because I suffer through what's called lace bite.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else.
Snake bite?
Snake bite. I thought you were gonna say bunions.
No, I don't got bunions. I don't have bone spurs or anything like that, but I got lace bite.
Why don't you just put like a piece of sponge in your?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
And there's a thing that you could buy like at Hockey Pro Life. It's like a piece of gel, and you just put it in your skate.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking for that for every time I go to Winnipeg. They don't have it there.
No.
So I figure this would be the last skates I buy for the rest of my life. So I got maybe 10 years left, and why not invest?
Those True skates will last you 5 years. That's how long it lasted me.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you'll be over 50 by then.
Yeah, see?
But the cool thing about True skates is you put your barefoot, obviously, and they get an iPad, and they'll walk around you scanning your feet, and that's it. And that's it.
I should clip my toenails in.
You should, because that's probably going to add minus half a size in your skate.
Yeah.
These big yellow toenails. Hey, don't mind them. It's
jeez.
Just for that, go get a pedicure.
A pedicure beforehand.
Yeah, just gross out those ladies giving you a pedicure.
Yeah,
it'd be like Dumb and Dumber, just a big sander. Just
yeah. Oh yeah, I'll go the toe bro.
Or when you clip your toenails, you have to wear safety goggles, so you don't have to get a toenail in the eye.
I do.
You think that ever happened to anyone? Cutting their toenail and they get a toenail in the eye?
Their own clipping in the eye, probably.
Just really thick ass toenail. But what other options were you looking at? Did you just say, okay, I want to be like Trev. I want to be a good skater like him. I want to be
those are the options.
Like him. And what about Bauer, CCM?
Actually, I haven't really looked at those yet.
So on the tongue, you can either put two initials, 2 letters, or your number. What are you going to put on there on your tongue?
Number 2.
Number 2?
Or you put 2 initials. Or not going to stretch it to 4. No way.
No, 3. You could do 3. 3 letters, or you're going to put your number 2.
That's a good question.
Or 2 DM.
2 DM.
2 DM.
2 dumb.
2 dumb, yeah, pretty much. So True skates are like $1,500. You're really making an investment on your feet, eh?
I am, yeah. Well, I figure I could skate like you. It's a good investment.
Why don't you just get Bauer's? I'm thinking of getting Bauer skates.
Oh yeah.
But
where are they? Hockey Life? Anywhere else?
Where else? Like
play a good selection, right?
But the shitty thing about going to Manitoba is like you can't use your status card.
Yeah.
You'll have to pay the taxes.
Mm-hmm. That's a big amount of taxes.
It is. You'll have to pay an extra $300 maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you shop in BC, you give them your status card number, they'll refund you the tax.
Oh.
So. But
I was in BC over the March break.
You should have got skates. But I think in Ontario, the closest True dealership is Thunder Bay.
Oh, okay.
Which is a 5-hour drive on a shitty highway. How was you went to Thunder Bay this week? How was your drive?
The drive was good weather. There wasn't raining. The traffic wasn't too much. It was during the week, obviously, but
I don't know. I don't like traveling that highway no more.
I got my order of Persians.
And you didn't bring me back none?
No, because I only had 6 of them, actually.
He
Because
ate six on the way.
No, Hunter. There was split between Hunter and my daughter.
Damn.
Next time I go.
And what, you spent 2 nights in Thunder Bay?
Yeah, we spent 2 nights. Well, Hunter had appointment, so
Yeah.
but after the appointment, he was too exhausted to do anything. So I just made the choice of spending another night, and then I left next morning real quick.
And you didn't bring back Persians.
No,
Did you stop at 7-Eleven?
no,
Oh man.
I don't stop at 7-Eleven though.
When you go through Dryden, you never stop through
only-
7-Eleven?
Only if you're with me.
Yeah. I went to 7-Eleven yesterday. I got a Slurpee.
Oh, where were you yesterday?
I was in the city.
Oh yes.
And when we mean the city, we mean Winnipeg. Just FYI for those who are wondering what we're talking about. Oh, okay. I wanted to talk to you about something. We talked about this off air, and I was looking at my notes, and this came up during the North American National Aboriginal Hockey Championship. Team Manitoba was playing Team Ontario for the girls and the boys in the finals, and something happened in the stands, and it kind of really, I don't know what's the word. I was kind of like, wow. I didn't know what to think or how to feel, but I have nothing against anyone. I'm gonna just say this straightforward, but the Manitoba Métis Federation, I guess. There was 15 girls on the girls team, 5 on the boys team. And before the game started, the Métis Federation started handing out Métis flags. And what they did is they just handed it out to the families of the teams, of the kids that were playing. They didn't hand it out to me. They didn't hand it out to anyone else. They just handed it out to like the players were handing it out to their families. And it kind of just got me thinking, like, what if like we were on Treaty 1 territory, and then like there's a lot of other treaties, like what if like First Nations people started handing out Treaty 1 flags or Treaty 3 flags, Treaty 9 flags, just to people who are from that treaty, from that territory? How would other people feel? I'm not saying that I felt left out. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it kind of bothered me that they just decided to give it out to this specific group. And I'm not trying to stir the pot. I'm not trying to start anything, but I'm just, where I'm starting, like, what I mean? Like they only gave it out to certain people for that Métis. Like how would it, like we're supposed to be united as one, like First Nations, First Nations, Métis, and Inuit, right? Like I don't think people should be what's the word? They shouldn't be giving it out to someone specific and leave other people out when we're supposed to be united. We're supposed to be together as one. Do you know what I mean?
They shouldn't be excluding people.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the word. We shouldn't be excluding other people, because there was only one group in the arena that had Métis flags and the rest didn't. I don't think it was right to hand out those flags. So I think, I don't know, like, what do you do when something happens like that? Is there anything people can do? Like, that's a tough question, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to hand out, well, I'm from Treaty 9, you're from Treaty 3, and I wouldn't want to just hand out flags to Treaty 9 people and just leave everyone else.
Yeah.
So I think maybe next time just get a Team Manitoba flag.
Yeah.
And not a Métis flag. And just, if you're going to hand out Team Manitoba flags, offer everyone and just not that specific group. And it kind of bugged me. It just, but then after seeing my notes, it is like, shit, I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to talk about it. But it did get to me. while I was at the game, and I couldn't believe it. It's like you should not really focus on one group of people, especially during a game like that. You're in the national finals, and they're only giving out flags to their families, and I think it's just you're better off going with Team Manitoba or Team Ontario or whatever province you're from, that provincial flag or territory. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, those are 2 cents though.
But
with valid points.
It is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought I'd bring it up. Better late than never. So just in case for sure they're going to be having the national championships again next year. So maybe it's something to think about for the provinces and territories. So don't exclude anyone. We're all in this together, and like tournaments like this, it's bringing people together, to players and families together. So why not just keep it that way and not exclude anyone? So I feel better now. Woosah. Woosah.
Yeah.
What movie is that from?
Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2, yeah. Woosah. Before we go, we just want to give a shout out to Owen Hedrick. He's in the Kelly Cup Finals, Idaho Steelheads. So in 16 games, he has 3 goals, 15 assists for 18 points.
15 assists.
That's unreal, man.
Yeah.
So good job on Owen, and good luck to you in the finals. It's gonna be a good finals. Like,
yeah,
I know it must be a pain for him to miss the Freddie, but he gets to play a chance to play for a league title, right? So good on him. And they play the winner of either Newfoundland Growlers or Florida Everblades. That must be a tough series, because you got like Florida way down in the south and Newfoundland all the way up north. Like that that travel, that's a long travel, man. Like,
that's a long.
And being like a minor league, like, do you fly like a charter flight, or do you just connect flights?
Oh, they probably connect flights.
Like Florida to New York, or Florida to Toronto, then Toronto to Newfoundland.
Yeah. Probably something like that. I would imagine. Yeah.
Because that's a hard distance. So yeah, unfortunately, Cincinnati's out. Our boy Mark Sinclair, Fort Wayne Comets are out. So, but good on Idaho. They have a good team.
Yep.
He's been lighting it up. Project Light the Lamp. So anything else before we skedaddle for the week?
No.
No?
I got nothing.
I got nothing. So thanks for joining us for episode 85. I'm Trev, and with me is Bush, and we really appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us. We really enjoy doing the show with you. So with that being said, we will see you next week. Don't forget to love each other and take care of each other and respect each other.
Yeah.
So is that it, Bush?
Don't share water bottles.
Yeah, that too. So we'll see you next week, guys.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.